Self-serving talk, happy talk, equals being content with your life. Travis Odewell. It's Pure Sound Daily Business. Pace. Self, S.L.F, serving. Use that acronym to represent the definition of happy. Definition of happy out of Noah Webster's 1828 is successful, lucky, fortunate. So this is the talk you want to be using for yourself. Talk, success talk, a lucky talk, a fortunate talk. And words are important. So we've been talking about character and self-talk. Now, self-talk all has to do with words. So it's very important that you know what words you're putting into your head. Heard this emphasized, I read it a while ago in a book called, I believe, The Dumbing Down of America. It was one of those books that it was hard to read in a sense of the tone of it, the tone of the writer. And I read it a while ago. I was younger, so I know it was a good paradigm shaking to where I've read enough books, I've exposed myself to enough information that people are people. Most people just try and do the best they can, and that they're not inherently evil. We all have our agendas. However, truth is truth. Useful information is useful information. Information that is going to serve you to be successful, lucky, and fortunate is just that. Doesn't matter who it comes from. Of course, that's my belief. That doesn't mean you don't protect yourself from people, because we all have agenda. So I try to make my agenda very upfront. I'm here to do business. I'm here to uplift you. At the end of the day, I got to eat. I'm looking to transform my life, transform my family. So if you're getting something out of this and you want to make that transformation also, I'd like to go deeper with you. Check out our website. We got options on there that can help you continue to develop your self-serving talk. We're all about creating a story. We're all about helping you be the author of the life you want to live. You're writing out your life with the words you're using, internally and externally. So why self-serving talk is so important. You got to start with definitions. That's why I start with the dictionary. And that we have a language here in our culture, a Pure Sound L. As we build community, we invite you into this community and feel you part of this community. You listen to this podcast. And that this is a language we're developing and continue to refine to help you have self-serving talk. I was thinking as I'm continuing to stay consistent on social media and just consistently being on social media. I'm one of them that was not on social media at all. Like I'm not saying I didn't comment. I'm not saying, I pick up the phone and scroll to put it down. I'm saying I was not on Facebook. Now, I will say YouTube, because that is social media. I often think of social media as like IG, Facebook, Twitter, but YouTube is social media also. So I will say that I was on YouTube, been on YouTube since YouTube became a thing. So I will correct myself on that. Definitely been on YouTube. So Facebook, IG, not so much. Only time I get on there is if I clicked on a link that went to the social medias, right? So being on there and just seeing the nonsense that we all see, we all comment on. And I go into what I'm thinking about is males in the U.S. I don't know about the world over. However, I believe a lot of us are looking for something. You know, we need hugs. We need to express ourselves and go right in. One of the terms, I mean, it's funny. It's from Patrice O'Neal, from his stand-up Elephant in the Room. That one's fairly clean. Overall, he's a pretty vulgar comic, though. That he says whatever he wants to say when he says it. Rest in peace to that good brother. And that he said vaginal terms. And speaking about men using vaginal terms. And that as men, as males, we have a way we speak with each other. Now, I think it's a little, what was the word we were using the other day, talking about psychological type. It's a little one-sided. It's a little unbalanced. Meaning that we go a little too hard into, it's like I punch you because I love you. You know, I'm making fun of you because I like you. You know, I'm talking crazy because that's how we talk to each other. You know, we're making fun of each other because that's just, you know, that's how we show love. There can be an aspect to that. I'm not going to go all the way and say we shouldn't talk to each other that way. But it's very important that we understand that when there's love in it. And we have a saying, actually my sponsor, rest in peace, he had a saying, but it was, you know, I got a sponsor that had a sponsor that had a sponsor when we're talking about 12 steps. So a coach that had a coach that had a coach. You know, same thing. That's what a sponsor is. Someone who went through the game themselves and now are teaching other people what they learned and how they did it. Walking them through a process. Showing them the missing structures. You know, of course, when you're at that low level, when you're at your bottom, and then you have that allergy of the body fully developed and inflamed with alcohol and drug use, you know, there's a lot you got to get through. However, pulling it back a little bit, of self-serving talk and speaking your story into existence, making sure your self-serving talk is self-serving. I had a saying in the 12-step rooms to come back to that, and that was, if other people talk to me the way I talk to myself, I'd have to kill them. So the idea there is that some of us talk so bad about ourselves, to ourselves, that if that was someone other than ourselves, then it's like, you know, literally those fighting words. A lot of us are suffering from that. No, that's not self-serving talk. Or it's serving yourself to keep you where you're at, to keep you low. Whatever that is. Doubts, low self-esteem, you know, whatever that's stemming from. You know, your life history, what's going on there. Again, here, hopefully we have a message to help everyone. However, what we do isn't for every problem. So this is for people that are really ready for the transition, ready to take those next steps. I talk about my history of getting sober, but I'm not teaching sobriety here. I'm teaching after you've been sober and you've been surviving and you're looking for purpose, how to set yourself up so purpose can find you. So you can go from surviving to thriving, so you can go from surviving to living your purpose. So you can go from just living to waking up every day with passion. Because you know where you're going, you have direction, you have guidance. have clarity. And this can be supported, will be supported by how you talk to yourself. Remember when one of the keys for me was, see, this is how the mind, how low it be, is when I stopped drinking, I had to tell myself when I was having fun, when I wasn't drinking. So it's when I was with my family, let's say family function. I had to tell myself, hey, this is fun. This is a good time. It's a good day. In the moment, after the moment. Or sometimes I had to hype myself up, still do sometimes, to get in the moment. You're going to have fun today, Travis. It's going to be all right. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good time. So this is self-talk. This is where I say the difference between maybe honesty and truth. Is that a lot of times self-talk is aspirational. It's motivational. A lot of times when we look at the hard truth, it's not the truth. I'm still working at a job where I'm at, where I want to be, not working a job. Spending more time and energy with my family, supporting my family. Possibly taking my lady out of the workforce if that's what she wants to do. Being able to support the babies in whatever endeavor they want to do moving forward, whether it's college or with all the online options, pursuing whatever goals they have. Want to be able to have Pure Sound L having enough revenue that the people who are helping me now can work full time for Pure Sound L. That's where I want to be. So I have to wake up every day and have self-serving talk to reach where I want to be. Because I'm not there now. But it's not serving me. It's not serving the people I love. It's not serving the people that I'm going to serve, you all. It's not serving you all. If I look at the raw truth of where I'm at today. So make sure your self-talk is self-serving. How are you speaking in a way that is successful, lucky, and fortunate? Really, how are you speaking in a way that is loving of yourself? Loving yourself, loving who you were, who you are, and who you're going to be. That's true self-talk. Travis Well, it's Pure Sound Daily Business. Peace.